Carson. Come on up, my guy. Honestly, if I had a blue belt his size, I might promote him today, because not only is he just getting flat out better, but he darsed me the other day. And it wasn't like, you guys know how it is with me, right? I'll let you work, let you play, and then you catch, I try to get out. It wasn't really like that. I was kind of like, working, and then I see the darts coming in, and I was like, this is not good. And then he locked it. His arms are 40 feet long, and I almost went out. And darces usually don't work on me, right? We had that bet for it was like a year where I wouldn't let you darce me or something. Yeah. And then you got me in the car. Oh, it was good stuff. But I was really impressed by not only his ability to get to the darts, but the finishing technique was 100% sound and really, really good. And just watching him, he's got a lot of fight in him. He trains 2 to 4 days a week.
2 to 3. Yeah.
2 to 3 days a week. He's always in here. He's just been getting so much better. So again, if I had a blue belt for you, I'd probably give it to you, but maybe the next one, right? Good job. Next up, Levi, how many stripes you got? 3. Let's just go ahead and stripe you out. Come on up. Next to Alicia, Levi gives me the biggest headaches in this room. He's a pain in my ass, but he's been getting a lot better. We just have to work on the emotional side of the game. But he's actually hitting pretty clean leg locks. If he can't catch Ryder from the guard, he enters the legs, and he does a really good job. It's kind of cool to see. So, good job, loser. Next up is Ryder. How many stripes do you have? 2. Next up is Ryder. Come on up. Ryder is not as much of a pain as his mother or Levi anymore. He used to be pretty bad. But now what it seems like is he has this goal of like making us proud, I feel. Making us like what he's doing. And what's cool about that is once a young man gets into that phase, it stays for a long time until you show him a reason why not to be. And I hope I don't do that. But he's been training really well. They goof off every now and then, get upset with each other. But he's been doing a really good job, and his jiu-jitsu has gotten so good. He was rolling with you a while back, like 2 weeks ago. And it looked like it was 2 good jiu-jitsu players, like really fighting. And it was cool to see. Again, the emotional side of things is the only thing I'd like to see kind of grow a little bit. But otherwise, doing a good job getting there.
Thank you.
Good job. There it is.
Everybody else got to do that too.
Next down the line is KJ. KJ, come on up. KJ has been training with me for a long time now. What's it been? Almost 3.
I think so.
3 years, a couple months. 3 years, no guard, this fucking guy, right? But again, like I was saying yesterday, I was really impressed with the movements he was using with Grunder. And it's not like you're going to out wrestle Grunder, but if you can do some jiu-jitsu moves, you might be able to hang with the fella. And he was doing some really cool things yesterday. And I think it's pretty easy to finish out this belt here. One more promotion, and we'll probably be on to that next color as long as you keep chipping away like you are. And like you guys know, he just had a son not long ago, about a year, a little less than a year, right?
Almost a year, yeah.
And he's and he's right back in here. You know, as soon as they were stable, he's right back in here, getting right back on the mat, which is always cool to see. Really impressive. So, good work, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. How many stripes you got? You got 4? I gotta give you like 5, 6, go up the thing. Next up is my boy Q, Quentin. Let's go. The man Q. Q Safina as a what's her name? I know her name. Q, when I think for the first 5 or 6 months he could be footlocked by almost anybody in the room, right? And after dealing with Skyler's bitch ass for months at a time.
Well said.
Yeah. Now he's pretty astute at them. He's doing a lot better. I see him countering and actually attacking leg entanglements, unless he's going with Andy, in which case your leg just explodes in half, if you know the man. So yeah, pretty easy stripe here. Every other part of his game is actually really sound. He's got good wrestling. He's got a good back take. Really, he choked me one time from the back, and that pissed me off. So I'm not going to let that happen anymore. But we're getting close. A couple more promotion days, and this might be damn. That's crazy.
Do you have a bigger belt, by the way? I don't need a new color. I just need a bigger size.
He needs a bigger belt.
A salad?
A salad wouldn't kill you. That's good stuff. Billy, come on up. So, not only has Bill been training a long ass time, but before his last fight, the 2, maybe even 3 fights prior, he won because of grappling. Like, his striking's obviously head and shoulders above almost anybody he fights, but it was the grappling edge that made his striking able to win the fight. And that's pretty cool to hear from a Muay Thai guy, right? That means he's been putting in the time. He's been putting in the work. And then yesterday, we trained, and he beat my ass really bad. I think he got me in 2 or 3 chokes. You guys know I can't be guillotined. The last 2 guillotines that happened, one from Blake because he somehow got good at them, and then he caught me in a guillotine yesterday, which is crazy. It doesn't happen to me. So that was really cool. That means he's been putting in the work, putting in the time, and I think he might start almost liking grappling at some point. Maybe getting close. No, still hates it. Not even close. Still, yeah. Still hates it, but he's getting very good. So we're getting close. Well done.
Thank you.
Is Aggie still on the phone?
Yep.
Oh. Blake's got 3. Blake, come on up. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
This one's pretty easy. Anybody who rolls with him, deals with him, knows how shitty that is, right? He's the hydraulic press. It just never ends. He's like the opposite of Andy. Andy's like the kind of forceful, strong, and it's terrifying. He's more slow and pressure, and it's terrifying in a different way. And same as with Andy and Blake, they have a couple of moves that they can do to everybody, right? And if that's not deserving of promotion and stripes and belts, I don't know what is. Like, if you can create a game around what you're good at, what your body can do, and you can see it too, like Gabe. Your game's very specific to you. You're flexible, you have good leg attacks, you're strong. You have a different game than say Skyler would or Alicia. They both have the game that fits them really well, and they play it well, and he's getting better and better at it. I think in the last 25 times we've rolled, you've probably caught me as many times as I caught you, or close. You've got me, 3 or 4 times, and I've gotten you maybe 3 or 4 times, so that sucks. That sucks for me, because the goal, right, is to make sure, or hope that all of you surpass me. And so to be even with him, that's close. How many more years will it take, right? So it's kind of cool to see. Easy to give you that stripe. Good job. Close to that next one. Just to speak about Andy for a second. Andy's striped out as well. Those of you who know him, or those of you who know him or have trained with him, you have 4 stripes, right?
I have 3.
Oh shit, Andy, get up here. That's great. So those of you who know Andy, you know, right? If you know, you know. He's the man, and he's gnarly with the jiu-jitsu. He's been training since 97. He's been training since 97. Been a brown belt since 2003. Been a brown belt since 2003. And I've asked him many times, can I give you your black belt? It's time. And what's cool about Andy is he says, no, I want to compete. I want to challenge myself. I want to see where I'm at. Let's take a little while. Okay. So I had a conversation with him again today. Hey man, got promotions. I'd love to give you your black belt. I think you're ready. Thanks coach, I appreciate that. I want to challenge myself. Give me 6 more months, let me challenge myself. That's pretty cool. How many of you would do, if I said, hey, are you ready for your black belt? He'd be like, oh shit, hell yeah. He wants to challenge himself, that's pretty cool. Right? I thought I gave you 4, I swear I did, but pretty easy to give this. If I had a black belt for you, I would probably sneak it on you somehow, but it's awesome having you in the room.
Thank you.
You're great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Good work. Yep.
97.
Yeah.
License years on?
Yeah.
You guys stay on top.
Yeah.
You're getting fucking a fucking try.
Yeah. So Nico is officially a blue belt. If I... Good job, Nico.
Good job, Nico.
And for those of you who don't know, young Neeks helps me every Monday and Wednesday with kids class. So he's building up his tolerance and mental fortitude dealing with those 2 brick-headed assholes. But he's also, you're what, 17?
Yep.
He's just a child, man. And it's pretty cool. He started jiu-jitsu about the same age I did. I started about 14, 15. He started about 16, 15,
Yep.
16.
Almost had 2 years.
Yeah, so,
Yep.
yeah. Well worth it. Congratulations, man. Good job. All right. Ryder Dag. Ryder Dag. I didn't know what size you are, so if this is too long, you can cut it. If it's too short, you can get a new one.
Skipping a belt.
Yeah, you're kind of skipping a belt, but also at this point, it doesn't really matter if you're yellow, white, yellow, black, yellow, whatever. It just matters that you earned it. You know what I mean? Good work, man.
Thank you.
Like I said, these guys, Ryder and Levi are each other's best training partners, effectively. And they also hate each other when they're training together, but they train really well together. And Ryder's been hitting jiu-jitsu moves that look like an adult, very well-conditioned and trained jiu-jitsu player. So it's pretty impressive. And I love seeing it. So we just got to keep moving forward. Mom, you might have to get a little bit of a bigger belt for him. But otherwise, good job.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, well done. Speech from this fucking, could you imagine? So this was cool. Hey. Yeah. Gabe. Work. So I already said a bunch of stuff about Gabe, Jamaican Gabe. The man's in here a lot. His game is getting super sound. The last couple times we trained, he caught me in some tricky stuff. He cannot seem to not catch Billy in the thing. What's that thing? What's that move called again? Buggy. Thank you. There's an issue with the buggy choke in this section over here. I don't know if it's the blue gi or are you guys gonna jump? They're gonna jump me, huh? Are they planning it? Is it me? Did I call it? But there you go. But honestly, Gabe's getting very good at this game. He had a decent base when he came, but this is a cool color on him. He also just had a baby, and he's still in here, a couple times a week doing his thing, grinding. So really cool. Good to see.
Thank you.
Good work. Thank you. Skyler, come on up. Huh?
So nobody hates giving me a belt more than you?
I know, dude, it's the worst. But the thought for me was, as some of you know, some of you might not even know him. Who knows him in here? Ephraim, you ever seen this guy? Oh, shit. But for the first couple years he was here, he was kind of a nomad in his life. Didn't have much drifting, right? Drifting a little bit from job to job, not doing much in his normal life, and then he got a real grown-up job, and he had to do that. It was a man's job almost, but he works on almost this close. But he got a real job that he has to focus on, and he takes a lot of his time. And then he got an injury and he couldn't train, and then he had some Muay Thai obligations and had to focus on those. But every time he comes in the room, everybody knows no matter what side of the room you're on, the man can do this game. He can do jiu-jitsu really well. He can wrestle. He can do jiu-jitsu top or bottom. He can fight pretty good, right? So those were the reasons. Like, first of all, in his normal life, he's doing big things. He's growing up. It's really cool, right? He didn't have to do that, but he is, right? It was hard. Yeah, it's probably still hard. But still, when he shows up, he's a fucking brown belt. And so it's like, does anybody want to argue with it? Probably not. Yeah, probably not, right? So pretty. It was easy, but there was a few reasons why I had to think about it. But I'm happy to do this. Right? Might be a little long, might not. I don't know.
It's all right.
You could always cut it. Or
matches my dick brown on the wall.
You can grow in
What? Yeah, right. All right. This one, I fucking hate this one so much. There's only, yeah, it hurts. But Alicia, come on up. He's like, I can't be a part of this. I can't be a part of this. So I've said this before. Alicia is simultaneously on two sides of the road for me. She is one of my biggest helpers and the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Okay, and it's kind of a crazy position to be in, I imagine. Right? Like, how do you accomplish that? She does it real well, right? She cannot let anybody say a thing around her without having a response. This is true, all of you know it. But she's also in here every day. Every day. She helps me with the kids' class every day. She goes to work at night, sleeps in the morning, gets up, takes the kids, comes here, helps me with kids' class. Never really complains. She does yell at the kids. She did call a kid a fucker once. But nonetheless, nonetheless, she's here. And she trains hard. And there's only 2 people in the room that ask me very often, how am I doing? What can I do better? Her and fucking Taylor, right? I'm over here about it. Very regular. Every time after a round, how did I do? Was that a little better? What could I fix? And to the point where sometimes I don't even have an answer anymore. I'm just like, keep training. Everything's going well, And it is. She made it here. So only about 18 more years, and you might have a black belt. So, good job.
Hey, there's a chance.
There's a chance. Oh, this is terrible. Oh.
You
guys know my Caesar story, right?
Oh, fuck Caesar.
You guys know my Caesar story? The one where there was all the colored belt women on the mat? Good job. You guys want to hear that story real quick?
No one wants to hear that story.
So here's what happened. There was this chick, right? And she owned a woman's gym. And there were only women. She's a black belt. Her name was Lana Stefanich. And she had her and a big group of women, probably 12 women, came to the gym. There was brown belts, purple belts, her as a black belt. I trained at Caesar Gracie's. They all come in, and they're training, whatever. And at the end of class, they're like, Caesar, come take a picture with us. And he had just walked in the gym, normal clothes. And he didn't know what was going on. So he walks on the mat. There's a group of girls he's like, the women, colored belts. I can't do it. And he just walked out and left. And I was like, oh shit, that guy gets it. But nah. Yeah. It's a different time or whatever. I don't know. But
Very progressive.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Blake, come on up.
About this?
Sure. Am I sure about this? You sure about that? I already talked about him a minute ago. He's got a specialized game that fits him really well. But when it comes to black belts, there's some people talk about this and it sounds kind of stupid sometimes. But if you aren't a good person outside of the gym, it's hard to think about giving you a black belt. Like I wouldn't. He's my first real black belt, second, right? I gave Jack his black belt in a fight once. He never trains in the gi. But, in terms of my student that's grown up with me since blue belt, right? Yeah, since blue belt. And he's been with Ryan from the beginning. He's a good person. He's a good man. He's a good father. He has to deal with her, and he survived it.
He chooses it.
Yeah, sure. And I was struggling for a while a few months ago, and I needed some help, and he gave me a job. Right? That was cool. That's a cool thing to do. So not only is he a good dude, he supports the people around him. He's kind. I've never seen him get mad. I've seen him get mad at Levi once because Levi couldn't figure out his homework. He was like, motherfucker. But he's just a solid dude. How many better people do you know, right? If you know him, how many better people? So this is, that all leads into the decision. I was going to wait till next promotions, but it was just his birthday, so that's a little part of it, and he deserves it, right? So, pretty easy. So my first real black belt. Oh, damn, we were going to beat your ass first. Fuck. Too late now? Yeah.
There's still time.
There's still time. Usually for belt promotions, we do a Shark Tank, right? But I think you were saying you hurt your hand or something yesterday.
My hand and my wrist.
Your hand and your wrist. Yeah, we'll probably still beat him up, but yeah, man, congrats. Good stuff. That's wild. The floor is yours.
Speech, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
been training for 10 years. It's been just a great impact on my life. I think Brian was probably there on my first day.
Wow.
Made some of the best friends I've ever had, and some of the worst injuries that'll stick with me. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So thank you all.
Yeah.
He's been around forever, you know.
Yeah.
We went white and black together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty cool. I mean, short of bringing your wife in, you know. I have bad things to say. Tell us all we're gonna do to the gym.
Yeah.
And that's what, I mean, honestly, that's what it takes to get the black belt.
Yeah.
All youngsters, just work, show up, grind. You know, you're gonna get hurt. You know, time to me, life kicks your ass. You know, you just gotta keep showing up. You know what I mean? There's no secret.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I met Blake a long time ago. Ryan introduced me to him, and I think he's a prime example of what dedication and perseverance will show you. Not only that, you know, he's got a wonderful family that he's able to come and train with, which I think says a lot. I mean, not a lot of people can spend that much time with your wife and kids. Right? So it's really shows how much he enjoys the sport, enjoys training here, enjoys this group of people and his family. So, well deserved.
Yeah. All right. Getting to black belt, honestly, it's mentally and physically taxing, but if you just keep showing up, it'll happen, right? But that's not the goal. Like, he didn't just show up, right? He came here and tried hard, learned a lot, practiced his ass off. He cared, right? Same thing with Andy, same thing with Alicia, same thing with you guys. You come here, you learn, you train hard, and it's not just about hoping you get to the next belt. It's about progressing and getting better, and then you earn it, right? Anybody that's body functions can get a black belt, right? But that's not necessarily the goal. That's not what I want to see. And as most of you know, I have a little spot in my head for all of you, right? I know what you're struggling with, and I know what you're doing well, because I just have that memory, and the gym's still small enough that I can do that. So I'm always watching. I'm listening. I'm seeing. I hear your questions. I see how you train. I see how you communicate with each other after class. And I'm talking to some of you outside of class sometimes, and I understand what's going on in your lives. And to see you in here and know that whole thing that encapsulates you guys is pretty cool for me, and I can see your progress, and I love it. It's really, really fun for me and really cool. Like 4 years ago, you were a white belt. I think you were a white belt. Blue belts, right? And then most of you weren't even here. And now it's like the room slides down and new people take the place, right? And it just keeps going. Now he's up here. 4 more years from now, this whole line might be up here, right? And that's really cool to think about. I don't know that I deserve to be the one that gets to say that, but the fact that you guys let me be in this position is really cool too. That's an honor. So I appreciate it as much as you guys appreciate getting your stripes and your belts. It's really fucking cool for me, right? So good job to all of you. Thank you guys for training. Let's keep it going. We got another 6 months till the next one. Let's hurt each other a lot until then. Cool? Good job. Hi, honey.
Good job.
Let me flip it. Let me flip the camera.
I'm so proud of you.
Did it go good?
Yeah, you created such a cool community. I'm just so proud of you.
Thanks, honey.
You're surrounded by the best people.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too.
I'm gonna cry. Bye, Annie.
Bye.
This is the fairies. I need a knockout. The queen of the white belts returns. You beat the final boss.